Ladies and gentlemen, GLT leader Lois Conrad and yours truly, 2nd Vice District Governor Jeremy Bear, proudly present to you the third and final Zoom leadership session entitled Leader As. Our 8 panel members tonight are from a variety of clubs in a variety of Lions positions and in a variety of regions, ensuring that many clubs come to the table, as 24 clubs have been slated to present in this 3 Zoom series. Each guest will have up to 4 minutes to discuss their particular characteristic of leadership. At the end, we will hear brief comment from the District Governor, Charlie Croft. To value everyone's time, the audience should have no interjections. Thank you in advance. Let's head over to the Thurmont Lions Club representing Region 3, our Cabinet Secretary, Susan Favorite, with Leader as coach.
Leader is a coach. Coaching has been defined in many ways. According to the international coaching community, the essence of coaching is to help a person change in the way they wish and helping them go in the direction they want to go. Coaching supports a person at every level in becoming who they want to be. Coaching builds awareness, empowers choice, and leads to change. A Lion has multiple opportunities to coach. As president, the Lion coaches the committee chairs, helping them to plan the event, fundraiser, or whatever, allowing them to move the committee in their direction, understanding and supporting if that direction is not necessarily what was originally envisioned. Also, as president, the Lion should be supporting and assisting the first vice president in planning his or her year, not directing them, but assisting them, smoothing the way for them if need be. I think of all the words in the essence of coaching above, the most powerful and the most important is empowers choice. Last year as president of Thurmont Lions, we had a lot of paths we could take. The path was not always the same in each instance. Coaching, I made sure that the committee understood my expectation of them. We will hold this event in a COVID year if it is allowed under the regulations. Encourage them to think outside the box. How can we do this with the restrictions that we have in place? Because we will do it. Support them, attend meetings, and do anything they ask. And finally, give credit where credit is due. The committee did the work. Recognize and praise them for the work they did. I asked someone what the word coach meant to them. They had 3 words. Encourage, help them to do what, encourage, support, and morale. So encourage, help them to do the best they can. Support, be there for them. Let them know that you are 100% behind them. And morale, pump them up. People want to help when you make them feel good about helping. The biggest thing in Lions to remember, we are all volunteers. Respect everyone's boundaries on what they are willing and able to do. And understand people will do this as long as it is fun. When it becomes work, you start to lose people. So be positive.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Okay. I'm pleased to have from Region 2 representing the Smithsburg Lions, their president, Brian Dawson, to talk about Leader as community networker.
Thank you, Jeremy. Again, my name is Brian Dawson, president of the Smithsburg Lions Club, and I'll be speaking today about Leader as community networker. So let's get into it. Networking is critical and requires one to be active within one's community. Having a rich network of productive stakeholders can open doors for your club and accelerate recruiting. Being able to find, build, and test ideas through a network of diverse perspective offers leaders, clubs, and projects the benefits of new insights and novel viewpoints, which increases the chance of uncovering real breakthroughs. The responsibilities of a networker, or what are the key attributes? Building bridges or productive linkages and coalitions across groups that are tied to Lions. The next, draw others in as joint sponsors for your Lions projects. Don't be a glory hound, share the wealth. Share outside Lions, search outside Lions for innovative ideas and individuals who can help. Look for different ideas from people with different skill sets. Next, maintain a strong professional network outside Lions. And last, build relationships with those who want to support innovations in our community. Sometimes it means going door to door, welcoming to the neighborhood or introductions, etc. I'd like to touch on two types of networking. Internal networking, I like to call this taking care of your house. Internal networking within Lions is important, as many ideas and projects will cross the boundaries of your own area of expertise. Many ideas and projects can benefit from the expertise, skills, perspective, or even contacts of working relationships that exist with other parts of the Lions organization. Also, support from others whose work would change in response to an innovation can be critical to getting buy-in and approval for projects with far-ranging impact. Networking is playing organizational politics in a positive way. The most effective internal networkers are those people who consistently push for win-win outcomes. They work from a mindset that making connections and reaching out to others will help all involved, including club and members. Breaking down organizational silos is vital to encouraging communication and building relationships across the club. Effective networking supports the role of barrier buster, as trusted relationships can bridge the chasm that too often hindered the flow and support for bold ideas. External networking. External networking is equally important. Getting out in the community to interact with other leaders, residents, volunteers, or thinkers from around the area enhances creativity. Expanded horizons often make it easier to see the larger solution set. Networkers go out of their way to meet people with different kinds of ideas and perspectives to extend their knowledge and expand their paradigms. In conclusion, networking is, at its foundation, relationship developing and better understanding. Sometimes these relationships are tied directly to the development and implementation of new ideas, and other times the focus is on gaining new perspectives. Your goal is to expand your network inside and outside Lions, to extend your sphere of influence, and to expand the expertise and diversity of Lions and its members. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lion Brian. Representing Region 1 tonight from the LaVale Lions is current Cabinet Treasurer and past District Governor Stephen Finger to discuss leader as teacher within his Lion experience.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for listening. When you think of a teacher, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Most everyone I know would say that as you travel through the road of life, you have many teachers, starting with your parents and family. Soon after, you meet other people who are entrusted with your teaching, you as a pupil, student, or participant, and on it goes. The topic for this evening is leader as teacher, but I also want you to look at this as teacher as leader. We've all had many teachers in our lives, some as coaches, some as mentors and instructors. Their influence on you can be significant. My experience in teaching includes the first job I had out of college. I wasn't trained to be a teacher, but I got a job as a high school teacher, short term, and they hired me anyway. I don't think I left a lasting impression on any students' lives, but it did provide some experiential significance for me, and I thought that I would be pretty good at doing that. In my career, I've been a teacher of sorts in a lot of diverse situations. And a lot of these were certification topics that I taught, such as CPR and first aid, firefighting, and firearms qualification, instructing new employees, and other special topics. When you think about the teaching activities that you accomplish in your work life, perhaps you already are a teacher. I've found that this blended easily with my journey as a Lion, and I can say that had to do more with being a leader first and then a teacher. For my first few years as Lion, I mostly listened to what others had to say. It turns out that Lions are sometimes instructors or teaching at different levels. I learned to cook French fries and grill 900 chicken dinners at one time under the watchful eye of my sponsor, Lion Cole. I learned technical capabilities in preschool vision screening from Lion Bob in Region 4 when he trained us in the use of the ancient Polaroid vision screener. Those of you who use a modern digital screener today can appreciate what we went through then. And we also learned how to do like 50 kids at a time. That is a skill. I gained experience in leadership and I put my teaching talent to work. For a long time, Lions Clubs International has provided, now more than ever, teaching tools, topics, and courses that Lions need. And they can provide those. Your needs might be different than others, but it is all out there if you look. The Lions Learning Center is a good place to start. Log on to your MyLion account and go to the Learning Center. They offer 6 different learning paths and 41 courses ranging from action planning to achieve goals to working together to be in a mutually respectful environment. Earlier in my journey, I completed a dozen or so of these helpful classes. The current selection is up to date technologically for easy delivery. Some of the best training you can get is to participate in the Lions Leadership Forums around the USA and Canada. They are the best topics you can find. They have subject matter expert, lots of interaction and personal growth. I've participated in several of these. The first one, I traveled to Columbus, Ohio with Lion Terry. Lion Terry had just retired as a middle school teacher. On the drive out to Ohio, we talked a lot about what teaching middle school was like. He had our son in his class, by the way. He lamented that teachers are spending more and more time on behavioral issues rather than subject matters. I was pleasantly surprised when we got to the forum and went to a class on Lions Quest, a program owned and run by Lions that seemed to be addressing Lion Terry's concerns. Within a few years, 22W had its first Lions Quest grant in Allegheny County. The furthest forum from home that I ever attended was in Anchorage, Alaska, where Debbie and I happened to meet up with Lions Susan and Martin touring around Denali National Park. Lions can do a lot. There's also Lions Universities, bachelor's and master's curriculum. There's many other resources that Lions have. In service and membership and marketing, they all have specialized resources that are customizable for your needs. Overall, the most effective types of classes, I think, are the local classes offered in the districts and multiple districts. They're developed to Lions Club standards and reach out where training is needed. I participated in a number of them and have been an instructor too. Lion Martin and a number of 22W Lions help run these institutes. Think about classes offered to you that you pass up and wish you had taken. The good news is they're all available every so often. You may be that lion that has the inner teacher in you that needs to come out. There are courses on becoming an instructor and a development institute if you are really motivated. Lions Nadja, Martin, and I have done that not that long ago. Here's my last teaching topic for today. A key piece of solution to the Lions learning gap, to the extent that it exists, is what we have not embraced, the club global leadership coordinator position, the way it was intended. There's a structure out there Lions invented to connect each club to whatever learning needs their club has. It's just not been discovered by our Lions. And I think it's time that you might think about becoming a teacher for your club or for your district. The needs are there, and I welcome you to find out more about it. Thank you for listening to this presentation.
All right, thanks a lot. We're going to go over to Region 4 now, to the South Carolina Lions, past District Governor Susan Bonora, with Leader in Presence and Praise.
According to motivational leader Brian Brio, in the book Motivational Leaders, being fully present means 100% of your mind, body, and spirit are truly there with the people who are with you. You are focused on them in that moment. A good lion leader is present for other Lions when he is with them, giving all of his attention to the situation, be it a meeting, a fundraiser, a special occasion like a charter night, or just a one-on-one conversation with a single Lion. A Lion leader is focused on others and on the good works they provide. Brio also said, being present has an immense impact on the quality of your leadership and the enthusiasm and motivation you will instill in those around you. As a leader, nothing is more important than building trust, and nothing is more important to building trust than being fully present for those you lead and serve. There are many ways to praise others. Lions Clubs International provides several recognitions in a formal sense, including membership chevrons, certificates of appreciation, membership keys, Lion of the Year certificates, pins, and plaques, just to name a few. Our own district provides other opportunities to praise our Lions and with the district honor roll and the district governor's medal of commendation. We provide certificates to clubs who meet the criteria for the many club and officer awards as listed in the district roster book. Immediate past District Governor Barb recognized Lions during her year as governor with the Soaring to New Adventures Award. She recognized Lions who accepted leadership positions on the club, district, or multiple district level for the very first time. She acknowledged their willingness to step up and to serve. Formal recognitions such as these are powerful tools for motivating people and satisfying their personal needs. When you, as a leader of Lions, observe a fellow Lion doing something that you think deserves recognition, show your appreciation by recognizing them at a meeting or an event, sending them a handwritten thank you note, or just providing a verbal great job, along with a pat on the back or a handshake. A good Lion leader knows well our Lions Code of Ethics, which states, to be careful with my criticism and liberal with my praise, to build up and not destroy. Any praise or recognition should be appropriate, genuine, and specific to the situation. A good leader will be present for others and will use every appropriate occasion to acknowledge effort and achievement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next guest was supposed to be part of a tag team. Newmarket District Lion Linwood was unable to be with us tonight as he would present with Libertytown Unionville Lion Bill, together serving over 100 years. Tonight, Lion Bill will be discussing leader as lifelong learner. Yes, sir.
One of the advantages of growing older is having grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And it is fun to be with them and play with them, but also important to pass on to them thoughts and ideas that will inspire them. I tell mine, try to learn something new every day. I spent 4 years working very hard learning how to be an electrical engineer. 3 years after graduation, I found out that what I learned about vacuum tubes was almost useless because Bell Labs had developed a revolutionary replacement for most of them. Transistors had just appeared on the scene. That was a wake-up call, and I realized that throughout life, one must adjust to the changes that will occur no matter what. Learning something new every day can be applied to just about anything. Early on, we learned to walk. Later, you can learn to drive a car or fly an airplane. No matter where you are in life, you can learn something new. But what we're talking about here today is related to our Lions experience. We serve. To serve our communities, we need Lions who can do what's needed to visualize, plan, and complete a service project. We need people with writing skills. We need people with oratorial skills, people with graphic skills, people with computer skills, people with mechanical skills, cooking skills, and even organizing skills. One of the reasons I joined the Lions was because I really wanted to help people in my community, but felt that I could not accomplish that desire alone because of lack of experience and the necessary skills. How fortunate we are that we belong to an organization which is set up to help those just like me. On the international level, our website presents learning experiences for any club or international office, as well as how to organize and execute service projects and fundraisers, not to mention the multi-day training sessions, such as the USA-Canada Leadership Forum, and the many courses offered on the district and multiple district level. Personally, I had never written a newsletter in my life until I became a Lion. Turns out that my club president was trying to do the newsletter, but with his duties as president and a very busy professional life, found doing so was difficult. He asked me to help him. I didn't say yes, but I thought about it thinking, I've never done this before. I don't have the skills I need. So I went to my senior center and signed up for a course in Word. After that, I felt more confident and told him I would help him. We did several issues together and soon could say that I was a newsletter editor. Our club did not have a website. No one in the club knew how to create a website. As a member of the club's website committee, I searched for various tools available, decided on one, purchased a computer program and a 1,000-page instruction book, and started learning. And in 3 months, the club had a website. Where else but in the Lions Club can you learn how to make the best pizza in the county? Yes, big or small, learning something new every day can lead to both success and self-satisfaction. So learn something new every day. Stay current in all aspects, and you will be a successful, productive Lion. Back to you, Lion Jeremy.
Thank you very much, Lion Bill. Our next guest was the first ever female cabinet secretary in 22W, second female ever to hold district governorship, and was the first female council chair for MD 22. And representing tonight Region 2 in the Hagerstown Lions Club, past council chair Claire Newcomer, with her Lion experience as leader, as role model.
Thank you, Vice District Governor Jeremy. When I think about the role models in my life, they all were a beacon of light who through their actions exhibited qualities that were worth striving to cultivate in my development. They were all individuals that I looked up to. They were confident, passionate, committed, honest, accountable, respectful. In preparation for this evening and reflecting on all the role models, I've summarized the top qualities of a role model as have a clear view of values. Their actions supported these beliefs and values. They're committed and they're reliable. They're selfless and accepting of others. They have respect for themselves and all others. They motivate and encourage them to be their best. Everyone has value and something to contribute. Commitment to community. They volunteer their time and effort to improve the quality of life in their community and beyond. Ability to overcome obstacles. Success is possible despite any difficulty along the way. They deal with problematic situations in creative, intelligent ways to overcome the adversity and achieve their goals. And passion and ability to inspire. They were passionate about what they were doing, and they have the ability to instill that passion in others. Like many of my first role models, like many, my first role models were my parents, mentoring and showing me right from wrong through their actions on a daily basis. As a family, we were active in church. Mother belonged to Homemakers, Dad joined Lions Club, and when my sister and I were old enough, we were enrolled in 4-H. Attending Sunday school and church on Sunday, Lions Club meeting every Monday night, Homemakers and 4-H once a month weren't options, they were obligations. Rarely was any meeting activity missed. All offered educational opportunities outside the regular meeting, as well as opportunities to serve, and many involved the entire family. I recall many dinner conversations in the evening around the table where upcoming activities and happenings in those organizations were a part of the discussion. So focusing on role models in Lions this evening, over time, I observed Lions help the less fortunate. In addition to regular participation, they were leadership roles and opportunities for growth in Lionism through training offered. Following that, I observed from various role models. By the time I became active in a Lions Club in the early 80s, I knew belonging meant commitment and that attendance and participation was expected of me. Many Lion leaders were household names I'd heard through conversation. That led to eventually expanding to participating in multiple district conventions, USA Canada Lions leadership forums, and international conventions. And wow, in addition to learning at those events, I enjoyed visiting, exploring many places throughout the US and Canada. During my tenure as a Lion, there have been many that have been role models. A few examples for this evening: past International Director Massey Rowe, always present and respected by many Lions, had a strong knowledge of Lions Clubs International, put his words into action. He was honest, dependable, and a true inspiration. And in the 1990s, he and past International Director Murray Bryan encouraged me to become knowledgeable about LVRF. I'm eternally thankful for that. Then there were those that introduced me to protocol, those knowledgeable about the constitutions and policies and procedures manual, those who encouraged me to learn about all the programs Lions support. And even one evening when we were returning from a presentation I had made, said, "Do you have any idea how many times you said tonight?" That was an eye-opener for me. Being involved and learning along the way was also introduced to me by role models from other areas, nations, broadening my knowledge of Lionism around the world. So hopefully at this point in Lionism, I too can be a role model to others, encouraging them to be active, involved, and willing to take advantage of the vast array of opportunities available for growth and learning while putting their motto, "We serve," into action, serving the less fortunate as a Lion, and that my actions support those virtues. Thank you.
Thank you. Our last two presentations are pre-recorded, myself representing the Greater Carroll Lions Club with Leader as torch passer, and Lion Joe Simpson from Region 1 Deep Creek Lake Club with Leader as developer. Lion Mark, when you're able.
When I thought of running for Vice District Governor, the state of my own club was on my mind. I wanted to make sure that my club, where I had been president and chairman of a third of the committees, was going to remain in good standing. It will be a continual effort. Slowly, while working on enrollment, I made sure to highlight leadership qualities of members I was bringing in. We promised support to current President Bill Anderson with a strong treasurer and secretary. We were able to convince Lion Ryan, who is a past fraternity president, to go after Billy, and John, who is a past Eagle Scout, to go after Ryan, and another Lion to consider after John. Luckily, this plan led to 8 years of non-repeating presidents. Co-chairmanship was also an important feature. Our annual crab feed, because of COVID, was modified to 3 drive-through events. This allowed me to continue to be chair of one of them, and allowed 2 other Lions to chair and get experience. I must admit minor heart palpitations did occur when I couldn't check the profit possibilities daily that were so important to the overall budget. I'll refer to that as the grip and power and control. Chairmanship of our 5K walk was handed off to Lion Ryan as well, with whom I had coached track. At the zone chair level, I give great praise to my predecessor, Deer Park Lion Ron. While I may have texted him up to 10 times a day, Lion Ron as torch passer was always very understanding, especially since our zone's biggest joint effort was the golf tournament, and I wanted to make sure that I was doing it justice. I would also follow Ron when serving as Region Chair. 2 months before I would start Region Chair, COVID and that 3 weeks of total uncertainty in the world took place. It was at that point that I branched off from the conventional norms. I made a region pin and went door to door to over 75 Lions with long-time service and 25 additional Lions, and did my first video. And man, after that, I was hooked. It took about 6 of those long-time Lions across the county to say, "Jeremy, you're going to make an amazing district governor someday." And I knew those Lions were young men and women during my grandfather's final years of Lionism, and had shared in a lot of years with my father as well. Those long-time Lions that were not always worried about title were signaling to me something as the unspoken torch passer. Being Carroll County Region 4 Chair was an amazing opportunity, and it made me want to go out and do so much more for the grassroots level where I had forever lived. Enter some more heart palpitations. I found myself at the end of the year in June with 2 major projects starting, and I had to torch pass them off to Region Chair Rachel. One of the projects was a membership tent and event tent at the 4-H fair for 9 clubs, and the other was the Diabetic Alert Service Dog Project. Committed to those causes, I must admit it was difficult to give up the reins, but entrusted in the next chair coming in, offering as much support as possible. And of course, Rachel did an amazing job. In fact, watching others experience the same intrinsic reward of accomplishment and service is an amazing feeling when being leader as torch passer. Our next segment is the Deep Creek Lions Club, who was on site in a pre-recorded tape at WISP with their blind skiing and visually impaired skiing event. Let's go see what some of their action as leader, as developer, and promoter means.
This way.
How are you? I'm Joey Simpson. I'm the adult volunteer for the Lions Club and been a member for quite a while. Been through my stint as vice president and president. I operate a local business here, Deep Creek Mastercraft. That's my day job, and then have the pleasure of getting the kids out with our fellow volunteers as well. And today we have 2 from Southern Maryland, I believe, Westminster. And it's a beautiful day. We're happy to be working with WISP, and they've been a great host for us for many years. And we're fortunate for our location because we're able to develop multiple activities for this area. We can do our boat auction, we can do the blind skier program, and then have various trails and things like that that we can move through our program with to offer different recreational activities. Our boat auction each year is our highest profiting donation income, so it allows us to do programs like this, like our summer camper program, blind skier program in the winter, and then different things as far as maintaining our trail system and our dog park.
Take some brief comment from our district governor, Charlie Croft.
Good evening, Lions. It's great to see you all this evening. I want to commend you all for a fabulous job in the presentations this evening. I was busy taking a lot of notes. because a lot of good things that were said by our presenters. And the one takeaway that I was thinking about this evening, you all would be great instructors for training or our seminars we have at convention or within our own district. Some great information that was passed along. You all did a fabulous job, and time well spent by those of us that were here this evening. This will be recorded, as you well know, and will be uploaded to our district website for future viewing. And hopefully we can take this information from this session as well as other two sessions and maybe create a additional training for our Lions for the future. A great bit of information here and well done. So thank you all for your participation this evening. A lot of good points that were made, and I do thank you all for a job well done. And thank you, Second Vice District Governor Jeremy, for putting these three sessions together. Outstanding job.
I'd like to thank all the panel members this evening for their participation, and a special thank you to Administrative Assistant Lion Mark for all of his help with the Leadership Zoom series. We hope you have enjoyed this three-part series and would take some ideas forward to your clubs. Have a great night.